Children, in today's EVS 2 lesson, we are going to continue with lesson number 5, that is Shivaji's education. Before continuing the lesson, let us revise what we had learnt in the earlier class. If you all remember, Shivaji was at Shivneri, and when he was around 6 years old, he shifted to Bangalore, where his father Shahaji Raje had made home. Shahaji Raje was a scholar of Sanskrit. Here he appointed teachers for Shivaji to teach. So Shivaji's proper education started when he was 7 years old, and within few years he acquainted different branches of learning and arts. And after this, Adil Shah ordered Shahaji to go and conquer states of Nayakas, the local chiefs in Karnataka. And before going there, Shahaji Raje sent Jijabai and Shivaji to Pune. If you all remember, Pune was Shahaji Raje's Jagir. And along with them, he sent elephants, horses, a small army, lots of money that we call it as treasury, a flag, and also trusted ministers, brave generals, and many good teachers. So when Jijamata and Shivaji came to Pune, Pune was in shambles. Shahaji Raje's enemies had destroyed Pune. After coming to Pune, Jijamata repaired the temples and made arrangements for evening and morning pujas in the temples. And when people came to meet her, she asked them to come back and stay in Pune, and she assured them that they will be safe. So with all these things, people started coming back to Pune, and they started building their houses and cultivating their lands. So Pune was rejuvenated. What do you mean by rejuvenated? It was brought back to original condition, where it was filled with people and their activities by the people. So when Jijabai and Shivaji came to Pune, they stayed at a home called Lal Mahal. This Lal Mahal was built by Dadoji Kondev, a trusted worker of Shahaji Raje. He was also a Subedar of Kondana, and he was very faithful to Shahaji Raje and Jijamata. He had built this Lal Mahal as Shahaji had ordered him to build the house. It was a very big house, and Dadoji Kondev encouraged farmers who came back to till their lands. He gave them land tax concessions for few years, and he offered prizes for the people for killing the wolves, and he arranged people to keep a watch on the thieves who were roaming in the countryside. So this all made people happy, and they came back and started staying in Pune. And if you all remember, many good teachers had come along with Jijabai and Shivaji to Pune. They continued their teachings here at Pune. Now they started teaching him how to administer a Jagir, war tactics, fort architecture, how to select horses and elephants, and how to escape from difficult enemy territories like this. And all these things were going on very well under the supervision of Jijamata. Now let's continue today's lesson, children. Now, do you all remember who is this, children? Yes, Jijabai. So now let us go back and learn more about Jijabai. So Jijabai was not an ordinary woman. She was the daughter of a very powerful Sardar, Lakujirao Jadhav, who was in the court of Nizam Shah. And she also had 2-3 brothers who were also Sardar in the court of Nizam Shah. This Lakhuji Rao Jadhav, he was very famous and very powerful in the court of Nizam Shah. If you all remember, now Jijamata was from the family of Sardars who were very famous and powerful. So from childhood she had seen how these brave Sardars were working for these sultans and how sultans were getting the benefits from these Maratha Sardars. And these Maratha Sardars were to some extent helping the sultans, and only few of them thought about the welfare of the people. And she also had seen from childhood how sultans made use of these Sardars for their benefits. Since her family was of the Sardars, she had seen their bravery and courage. So from childhood she also knew the politics and warfare that was going on at that time. Now she had seen the mixture of these Sardars families and their tradition of valor. And now after she married Shahaji Raje, she was even more influenced by the bravery of Bhosle's families as well now. So she had seen this bravery and courage was of great use to the sultans but not to the people of Maharashtra. She was a woman who loved freedom and she had lot of respect for being a woman and also for being a Maratha. So even though she was a Maratha, she knew that from her experience that these Sardars' valor, everything was not appreciated in the court of the sultans. So she had decided that when she will get a son and when he will grow up, he will not be working as a Sardar in the court of Nizam Shah, Adil Shah or the Mughals. He will be the king of his own kingdom, the kingdom which will work for the good of the people, and it will be a Swaraj. So with this idea in her mind, she was bringing up Shivaji Maharaj. And moreover, she was very unhappy with the sultans because, if you all remember, her father Lakhuji Rao Jadhav was killed in the court of Nizam Shah, and because of this she was very unhappy. Now, if you all remember, I had told you that when Shivaji was staying at Shivneri, children from the Mavla's family, they used to come and play with Shivaji. So the people living in the Maval region were called as Mavlas, and they were very loyal, hard working and quick footed. Quick footed means they were very quick in climbing the hill. And nobody could be as quick as these Mavlas. Even when they were harassed by the Sultan's rule, these Mavlas were very strong and courageous. See, the armies of the Sultans used to attack the villages and force the people to leave their places. and but no person cared for these poor people. And all these things Shivaji had seen from his childhood, and he had seen how these Mavalas were living in misery. So from that small age he had decided that he will do something good for these people. So whenever he used to go and play with his friends and come back, he used to come and discuss with his mother what all had happened that day. He used to tell what all he had seen that day to his mother. And he used to tell her how Mavalas were suffering because of these sultans. At that time, Jijamata used to tell Shivaji, Shivaji, you belong to the family of Bhosles. Bhosles' ancestors were from the family of Sri Ramchandra. Do you know who is Sri Ramchandra? Yes, Lord Rama. And do you know what Rama did? Rama killed Ravan and made his people very happy. Now, Shivaji's father was Shahaji Raje. See now, Bhosle's family, they belong to the family of Rama. And Jijabai, she belonged to the family of Jadavs, and these Jadavs belong to the family of Krishna. Who is Krishna? Lord Krishna. Do you remember what Lord Krishna did? Yes, he killed Kans and made people happy. So, you belong. Who? You means Shivaji. Shivaji belongs to the family of Rama and also Krishna. And Shivaji has the quality of both Lord Rama and Lord Krishna. So this is what Jijamata used to say. So you have the quality of Lord Rama as well as Lord Krishna, and I am sure that one day you will destroy the wicked and make your people happy. So when Shivaji used to hear these words, he used to feel very proud, and these words of Jijamata became inspiration for Shivaji. And he always used to remember the great work done by Lord Rama, Krishna, Bhim, Arjun. And he used to think about all these people, their work, their greatness, even when he was asleep and when he was awake. And he too felt that on growing up he should display valor like them and do good to the people, destroy the wicked and bring happiness to his subjects. So with all these things he became very courageous and brave like those people. So in Pune Jagir, now Shivaji started his own work under the guidance of Jijabai. So if you all remember, Shahaji Raje had already made preparations to look after this Pune Jagir in the name of Shivaji Raje. So from Bangalore itself he had sent very powerful and prestigious people along with Shivaji and Jijamata. So the people who had come with them were Samraj Nilkant Peshwe, Balakrishna Hanumante Muzumdar, Mankoji Dhatonde Sarnobat, Raghunath Ballal Sabnis, Sonopan Dabir. So these were all the officers who could look after the Jagir, different parts of the Jagir. Okay, even the army, Sarnobat means head of the army, Sabnis means who will look after the accounts, like this. So they were all very able men who were able to look after the independent kingdom. So Shahaji Raje had sent all these people specially to help Shivaji to govern his Jagir efficiently. So now with the help of all these people, Shivaji began to administer his Jagir and attend people's problems, give them justice. So whoever created any injustice to people, he punished them. So this way Shahaji Raja's Jagir, that is Pune, it was undergoing changes. The major change, we call it as transformation. And Mawlas, they were very happy because now they were seeing the beginning of Swaraj, and they were very happy these things were going on. So in those days, usually people used to get married at a very early age, and Jijamata, now she started thinking of Shivaji getting married. So for this, she started searching a suitable bride for Shivaji, and she soon found a girl from the family of Nimbalkar. Nimbalkars of Phaltan. Yes. So the girl's name was Saibai, and Shivaji's and Saibai's wedding took place at Lal Mahal in a very big way, and it was a very grand wedding. Okay. So now with this we have come to the end of the lesson, children. Now let us revise what all we have learned today. See, Jijamata was not an ordinary woman. She was from the family of Sardars. She herself was very brave and courageous. She knew the warfare and also the politics very well. She had seen how her father was killed in the court of Nizam Shah. All this made her feel that these Marathas should not work for the sultans, and with this in her mind, she had decided that when she gets a son, he will be the king of independent kingdom, and that kingdom will be ruled by the people, that is Swaraj. So she always encouraged Shivaji to be brave and courageous, and she always made him understand the problems of the people. And even Shivaji, as a young boy, he had seen how Mawlas were suffering in the hands of the sultans, and he had somehow he had thought that he wanted to solve the problems of these people somehow. So once when he shared his feelings with his mother, Jijamata said that you belong to the family of Rama and also to the family of Krishna, because Bhosles belong to the family of Rama and Jadavs belong to the family of Krishna. And Jijamata was from the family of Jadavs and Shahaji Raje was from the family of Bhosles. So Rama killed Ravan and made people happy. Krishna killed Kans and made people happy. So you, Shivaji, who has the quality of Rama and Krishna, will destroy the wicked and make the people happy. So these words were inspiring words for Shivaji, and he had decided that when he grows up, he will also be brave and courageous like Rama, Krishna, Bhim, Arjun, and he will destroy the wicked and bring happiness to his people. And now Pune Jagir was changing into a new kingdom under the guidance of Jijamata, and Shivaji was taking training to look after his Jagir independently from the people who had come along with them from Bangalore, and he was able to learn to look after his kingdom independently, and he also started listening to the problems of the people and give proper justice to them. Now, when Shivaji was very young, he got married to a girl called Saibai. She belonged to the family of Nimbalkars of Phaltan, and this wedding took place at Lal Mahal in a very big way, and they lived here at Lal Mahal. So with this we have come to the end of this lesson number 5, Shivaji's education. Homework will be sent on WhatsApp, children. Read this lesson 2 times, then you will be able to understand it properly. Okay, thank you. Bye.